do things, push buttons. Oh, hi, everybody. Hello. Welcome. This is
Hi,
Idaho
everybody.
Summer. This is Summer. This is Idaho. Dale. Idaho. Yeah, it doesn't work that way. All right, we're going to jump right into this. This is Idaho Summer. This is what we're doing. We are in the process of building a brand for camouflage, female camouflage, ladies camouflage. Summer, I haven't figured out what's the right way to say that.
I don't know because not all females are ladies, so I'm just saying. We will play with that. We will come up with the correct wording.
I did not say that. I did not say that. But yes, that and not all men are gentlemen
That's
either.
true.
So there you go. We're going to take a deep dive, and I want to get started very quickly and get into this as quickly as possible. Is that today we are really talking about the product, specifically the products, not the photography, not any of those kind of things. The products that we have been looking at. Yesterday, we talked a lot about that, but really what we're going to talk about is why we have chosen the process we're using and the products we're using right now. So, Summer, bear with me a little bit. If I get rambly on stuff, interrupt me because you know me. Once I go geeky, I just keep going. So, first off, I didn't even Summer, introduce yourself real quick.
I am Summer Chaffin. I'm the photographer behind the Idaho Summer part of these leggings. Dale's the brains, and I'm the beauty, I guess. That's not true. Yeah, just a regular old housewife living here in beautiful old Idaho.
Okay, so Summer, if you're expecting me to be the brains of this, we are screwed. Screwed.
You're full of shiz. So
no, I just took care. Never mind. So that's what we're here. We are here to be ourselves. Okay, so here's what I want to dive right into it as I kick my microphone around. Speaking of photography, I had my Summer took that picture.
Yes, I did. I haven't seen the shirt.
Oh, you haven't?
Ta-da! That's awesome.
So, Maxwell family reunion this last summer, and I was like, "Hey, Summer." So this is where I grew up on a ranch, right across the river from where Summer lives right now. I was like, "Hey, could you do me a big favor? Go down, snap some pictures of the bridge and where is it? There it is. Wrong hand. That." And she did. And so anyway, that was our reunion shirts. Okay, enough. I'm stalling because I'm going to geek out for a minute. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I want to explain the business options when you're doing apparel. Okay. In a nutshell, there's 2 or 3 different ways for us to do apparel. The most traditional way to do apparel is for you to, we'll use this as the example, right? We have a concept, we have an idea, we have a photo, whatever it is, and we're like, that would be really cool on a shirt. Awesome. Usually what happens then is we find a printer, a shirt, we find the shirt itself that we like, then we find a printer that will put the image on the shirt. We usually have a gajillion and a half of them printed. We warehouse that, and if we're doing it DIY, we house that in our own garages, and we manage everything ourselves, and that is a big pain in the patookus, and we don't sleep much, and we can't park in our own garage. But that is a very traditional way of doing it because it's low per piece cost, but you have to pay for everything up front. So it's a big chunk of money up front, but your profit per piece is pretty high because the more you print of something, the less per piece cost is, right? Okay. Another way you can do it is do what's called pre-ordering. So you do the same process. You find the shirt, you find a printer, but you pre-sell all of that product, right? So you say, okay, we're selling this product for 20 days. At the end of 20 days, we're closing it, and then we're going to send that off. We've made our money up front. We send that print off, and then we still have to bring that in, ship it out to everybody, deliver it. So there's still a lot of labor with that. There's a couple hybrids in betwixt all of that. There's newer technologies. There's direct to garment. Which we're going to have a technology conversation another day. Really what we're doing today is talking about the business process. So we'll have a technology differences between screen print, DTG, DTF, sublimation. We'll have that conversation another day. So with that, then we get to what we're doing, which we are using POD. Do you remember what POD means?
Print on demand.
You know what, Summer? You make me feel good.
That might be the only term I know all day.
Okay, so print on demand. We utilize what's called a fulfillment company. So what we do is Summer and I then figure out the shirts we like, figure out the product design that we like on it. And then we build the e-commerce piece, all the background piece. That's my job, is build all the back end. So then what happens in a tiny nutshell is that when John orders that product hasn't even been made yet. That product is still a shirt in a box and a file on a computer. John orders that product goes through our system that we've designed and put together, and it goes to our fulfillment company that we've partnered with. Then they take that shirt, they put the image on it, and then they put it in the mail and drop ship it directly to John. Now, the beauty of that, now I'm going to get in the litany of reasons why Summer and I chose this model over a more traditional model. Specifically for the leggings and the other all over print products that we're doing, is that let's talk about the research and design portion, and then we'll get into the actual sales piece where it goes to the consumer. On the R&D, so Summer and I have had this conversation for 6 months? We've been working kind of through this process for 6-8 months.
Yeah.
And so traditionally, we're going to use these leggings, right? The leggings are not a traditional t-shirt. Not every t-shirt company down the block is going to be able to do these all over print leggings. It's a very unique product. Traditionally, the only way to have that done is you have to go to the manufacturer, whether it's Alibaba, whether it's in China, whether there are some manufacturers left here in the US that are doing it. You go to Haiti, whatever it is that's physically making these products, that prints the fabric, cuts the fabric, sews this fabric, and then gets it to whomever. Traditionally, the way that works is Summer and I would have to come up with the concept, shop the 75 gajillion thousand companies out there that do this, go back and forth 50 times, order sample products, which can take 30 to 90 days. And so we're out money, we're out a ton of time. We get that product back, we test it, then we communicate with the manufacturer to figure out defects, printing quality, all these things. Then we go back and forth on that for however long that takes to get the final product that we are like, yes. And then we have to order. That goes back to that first option. We order a whole passel of them, throw them in the warehouse, and then sell them off as they go. That takes time, a lot of time, and it takes a lot of money, because you're not just paying for your wholesale product, you're also paying for all of the samples that are coming in, and that takes 6 months to a year sometimes to go through that arc. Doing it the way we're doing it right now is that, yes, we still have to pay for all of our demo products, but the beauty of it is Summer and I will be sitting here doing our clickety clack clack and looking at designs and putting things on and looking at it on the computer. And like we were talking about yesterday, is then we order that and it's a couple weeks out.
Yeah.
It's not months out. We can order one of it, get it in a couple of weeks, and then Summer can go, yes, no, love it, hate it. And then we can make adjustments, order another one a couple of weeks later, and we can do that until she's like spot on.
Yeah.
So for us, that creates that R&D. It truncates the R&D portion for us. And it gets multiple different styles, designs, prints in Summer's hands so that she can do the touchy-feely and the looky-looky and make sure she's okay with it. Now, where does that translate to you as the consumer? What that allows us to do for the consumer is that, once again, it truncates our R&D time, is to provide new products to the market super quick comparatively. The other thing that I haven't touched on yet that just went is that when you gang print warehouse and inventory, the problem with that is you're spending all this money, right, Summer?
Yep.
The problem is because we don't have infinite amounts of money, what that turns into is we're only going to order one design.
Right.
A handful of sizes. One, maybe two prints of it, because we have to. The other thing also that really helps us as the business side is that we're not having to guess sizes. We're not having to guess how many of each size, how many of each, which companies spend a gajillion $1 million just trying to figure that process out. So they're not over purchasing. They don't have products sitting in the warehouse. The longer you have products sitting in the warehouse, the more money you're losing, because when product sits stagnant, you're not making money. So for us to you as a consumer, so what we're providing to the consumer is now we can offer multiple designs, multiple styles, multiple sizes, multiples of everything. And we're able to do that quicker. We're able to offer more options, which gives consumers more options to purchase, which as a business gives us more options for revenue. Being completely transparent, here's the downsides of doing POD, print on demand, fulfillment style, e-commerce. The downsides of that are that the cost to us is way higher per piece. So if we went out and printed a whole gajillion of whatever it is, then our per piece price is really far down. It's going to be cents on the dollar because they can gang print it. What we're doing, because it truncates our timetable, it reduces the amount of money up front, and we're giving you options, is that our per piece price is way higher. And so that means our margins are significantly different as well. Mm-hmm. But with that, even those are really the only downsides of doing print on demand, is that
slightly slower shipping, because you do have to wait for it to get printed. So it's not going to come as fast as if you order something like that's, in a warehouse somewhere.
True. I didn't even think about that piece. So yes, the shipping, you're 100%, because everything is made on demand, especially our leggings. So that's called sublimation, is what the printing process is. And we'll go into that on another episode. So literally they print the fabric, then they cut the fabric out and they sew it up. So every piece that we have produced is being made specifically for us, for you. Now, here's a benefit that I just remembered of doing print on demand is there. Let me back up. Part of warehousing is that there is going to be waste. So if we ordered a bunch of these leggings and we miss size. So we pick a size and we're like, yes, we're going to have a lot of people in this size range. And the market says no, because they don't order that. Those are wasted. They either stay on the warehouse and cost us a ton of money and they just sit there, or they get donated or recycled or thrown in the garbage or whatever the warehouse does with their leftovers. So another beauty of print on demand is that your amount of waste is significantly reduced because we're only producing for that client. And so when John, Jane, and Lois all order something, they're getting exactly what they want, exactly the way they want it. We're not trying to guess. So it's reducing warehouse space, which environmentally, if you want to go that direction, there's heat, there's labor, there's all of these things that go into managing warehouse space versus we go straight from manufacturer to client. And we're managing the whole process in between. I love this model. I've been working with this model over 8 years, and it really helps programs like what Summer's doing here. Is it helps her because she's not having to spend a ton of money, and it simplifies the process for her. And as an artist, and I'll let her speak on this herself, is as an artist, this gives her so much more flexibility and the ability to see and do and touch quicker, less expensive, and provide more of what she does to you guys. So I'll stop rambling for a second. Summer, in this process, and as we've been doing this, and you've been hearing me rattle this over and over and over again for the last 6-8 months, what have you learned and what have you realized or recognized in what we're doing compared to maybe what you thought or you knew before?
Well, I think like when I got that very first shipment, everything we did was one photo, one print, one design. And it was 3 or 4 products that we got all in the same design. I got it and we were off on the size. So then, it was like, okay, no big deal. Like I have kids, they'll wear those products that didn't fit me. That's no big deal. So then you and I sat down and we quickly chose like 4 different photos, and we just threw them on. Put this one on leggings, put this one on swimwear, put this one on track pants. And we played with them. And then I said, okay, order me one in that print and something in that print as well. And so I was able to see my photos on 3 or 4 different products, and I could see it physically and touch it. And so I got to try different products with different images. And then I could show it to people and say, which of these images do you like the best? And it was interesting to see people's reactions to some of those images that if we did it a different way, it would have taken so much longer. Like, we wouldn't have gotten to choose as many as we did that day.
Oh, 100%. Absolutely. Because there will be a time, I'm anticipating there will be a time where we will find a product where we're not going to be able to do it as a print on demand style because there won't be a fulfillment company out there to do it. And as you all are giving us feedback of what you're wanting and looking for, I absolutely anticipate we're most likely going to do something in the future where it's that traditional go to the manufacturer, have something specifically made for us. But the other part of this, Summer, is that the market dictates what succeeds and doesn't, right?
Sure.
Absolutely. We can go to our friends all day. We can go to our kids and our wives and our husbands all day long and be like, what do you think? And some of them are going to give us lip service and say, oh, it's great, no matter what. But the market with their dollars are going to determine what they want. So for us, like what you were just saying, for us, the beauty of this is that we can put out a half a dozen different designs, and the market will dictate what works and what doesn't. So then that way we can continue to tailor and move, and in our spring line versus our fall line. And as we gain content, as we gain feedback, this gives us that, oh my gosh, the flexibility to move and shake and do like other organizations can't.
Absolutely.
So, okay. I think I geeked out enough for today. Did I do an okay job explaining the differences?
Yes, I thought you did. Because I didn't know all those differences. And so now I understand. I thought you covered it fantastic.
I did good.
You did good. Good boy,
Yay.
Dale.
Yay, look at me. I do good. So we're getting into Christmas. So we're going to see you guys back after the first of the year. We have a ton of stuff in the process. Summer's got some more stuff that she wants to see on product. We're super stoked to see all of that. Where's my mouse? Don't forget, we are coming soon. We are getting there. We are fine-tuning our product launch, and you're going to see a whole lot more of us on here in socials, in email campaigns. We're really trying to build this brand significantly. So, Summer, as always, you are incredible and amazing. I appreciate working with you and you being willing to do this with me or have me do this for you. I don't know how that works, but
well, thank you for dragging me along on this journey with you. When you can't drag me, I'll drag you for a while, I guess.
Kicking and screaming.
That's right. It'll
and
be
screaming.
Wonderful.
No, I'm super stoked. And ladies and gentlemen, one last thing, and then I'll let you go and say Merry Christmas, is that what I love is seeing that spark. And when I first presented this to Summer and was talking to her, it was just like, she was like, okay, whatever, Dale. But when she got those products in her hand and she saw that this was legitimate and this is happening, the light in her eyes, Summer, the light in your eyes, the excitement on your face, and when we're working on this, you're just like, yes. So that I'm super thankful for.
Well, it's been fun. I can't wait to see where it goes.
Awesome. Me either. All right. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year, everyone. Have an awesome time. Take care of your families. Summer, keep smiling.
I'll do it. You do the same.
Yes, ma'am. See ya.
Bye.